because you could be in the situation. You don't know. You may not necessarily know that you're getting a dopamine hit from Facebook, and I'm looking at it all the time and I'm addicted to it. I may not. I may know it, but I don't understand what. I may not recognize it. I'm just like, well, this is what I do,
Yeah.
Until somebody, like a leader or somebody older, just says, hey, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Until you install an app on your phone and shows you,
But couldn't we say that for everything?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know credit is bad. I've been told credit is good my entire life and I should have a good credit score.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm not to blame for my $60,000 in credit card debt.
Yeah.
There was nothing I could do to resist
Yeah.
it. There are superior corporations who know how to market to me
Mm-hmm.
and trick me in my weakness.
Yeah.
Or alcohol. I didn't know that drinking could kill me. Whoever told me this thing,
Yeah.
besides everybody.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I'm not supposed to sleep with other people because I'm married to one person. Where'd this come from? So, I mean, you could live your life that way always.
Yeah.
And we also we can't blame it on lack of good role models either because we live on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have any good role models within a 5-mile radius, look further than 5 miles. I don't know. I'm still not buying it.
Yeah.
I think today we have even more responsibility to be in control of our lives just because of how much more information we have about what is right and what is wrong.
Yeah.
And we can make decisions with a lot more information.
Yeah.
And we can see the effects a lot faster too. I mean, one of the things about instant gratification is we can find out instantly whether something we did was dumb or whether it was a smart decision.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. We don't have to wait 60 years to find out if we're going to be able to retire.
Right.
We can know, we can project with a lot more certainty.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just not buying it.
I do think he makes some good points. I mean...
Always. I always think he makes good points.
Yeah.
I just disagree with some of them in this case.
Yeah.
Because he's attacking my generation.
Oh,
Because I Googled him to find out when he was born.
When was he born? How old is he?
1974.
Oh, he's 42.
42? Yeah.
He's not that much older than me. 12.
No,
12
he's not.
10, 11, 10, 12. 12 years older than me.
But he's not a millennial.
Yeah.
And if there is anything that we have learned from this past election season or just this life in general is you cannot criticize something unless you're on the inside.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're triggering me.
Yeah. I mean, the parenting thing that he talks about, we're unhappy because parenting, our parents before us, my mom never told me I was special. Mm-hmm. So that, to me, personally doesn't speak to me. But I had some friends that their parents did everything for them. Mm-hmm. So I kind of can see that a little bit.
Do you have teachers that tell you were special, though?
Nah.
No?
No.
How did you end up surviving childhood?
Church and good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, the technology, I do think that people are addicted to social media. Mm-hmm. I mean, when he talks about, you can have the bottle if you need alcohol every night to get you to sleep or to relax or to mingle or to talk to somebody, mm-hmm. You're addicted. So, and if it's the same with social media, if I have to check my Twitter every 5 minutes, then I'm addicted.
Mm-hmm. Do you tell your kids that they're special?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think that you're screwing them up for life because of that?
No, because I don't just say they're special. I tell them something specific about their personality of why I think they're special and why God thinks they're special. Mm-hmm. So I don't just leave it vaguely up to, you're special, or mm-hmm. You're so smart,
See, I'm not buying it that's the reason my generation is screwed up is because we were told we were special. Because, like I said, other generations have been told they were special. Mm-hmm. Other generations were told, you're going to have a better life than I did. I mean, baby boomers were like the first generation. I don't know if they were the first generation, but I would say they were the first generation where largely more of them were better educated mm-hmm. and more well-off than their parents were.
Yeah.
You don't go to the moon without being told that you're special and you can accomplish anything you set your mind to.
Yeah.
And we do it to our kids, and it's not like we expect them to grow up screwed up because of it.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't every generation, don't they want the next generation to be better? Like, don't they want the world to be better when they leave it?
Yeah.
I mean, even if they say it or not, I think that's just what a good human being does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. But then you have the millennials counter to this, and I don't hold to this because I've worked in my life, but they say there's no jobs for us when we come out of college, and we come out of college with more debt than we can make up in a lifetime. So, or then a couple years at a job, we're getting out of debt, out of school with $120,000 in debt, walking into a $30,000 job, and then they would also say, like, the inflation rate is higher. So they talk about, our parents made less money, but the inflation rate was different, so they could actually buy houses and stuff and pay off debt, and school cost $8,000 or whatever.
Right.
I don't know. There's a lot of that stuff, but it just all sounds like excuses. I don't think telling your kids that they're special is going to screw them up. I don't think not telling your kids that they're special is going to screw them up. I just think it's that kid's responsibility to grow up, decide what was smoke being blown up their butt and what was real.
Yeah.
And then to make something for themselves.
Yeah.
And not just say, my parents screwed me up and there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
I had to get this college debt. And I'm like, well, you didn't have to.
No, you didn't.
There's lots of ways to go to college and not get that debt. There's lots of ways to get an awesome job without going to college. So if you just live your life based off of what everybody else says you have to do, I think that's entitlement.
Yeah.
To do everything that was expected of you and then expect results because you did what you were told. And I think that that's not unique to millennials.
Yeah.
I mean, boomers are getting to the end of their career and finding out there's no pensions. And I'm like, well, there's never been a pension at that company.
Right.
Or you left the company with a pension 25 years ago, and it was time to adapt to the way the future is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something that sticks out in my mind, though, is like our parents just put in our heads that, oh, get a house, get a house, get a house. I mean, it's our parents. Their opinion is valid.
Yeah.
It's just, the mantra.
But if you make the decision to buy a house, it's still your responsibility to buy a house.
Right.
I mean, there are some kids who are raised and their parents put in their head the mantra that you're the superior race and nobody else is equal to you. But if you grow up and you still hold on to that, that's your failing, not your fault that your parents raised you that way.
Yeah. I
mean, you got to grow up. At some point, you have to take responsibility for the decisions you make, whether it's, I'm too addicted to Facebook, or I'm too addicted to drugs, or I'm too addicted to thinking my race is superior, or I'm too addicted to thinking I need more education and that's why I'm not getting a job anywhere. I don't know. I just feel like I have a friend of mine who said that workplace issues are not women in the workplace issues, they're people in the workplace issues.
Yeah.
And you can solve most issues for women in the workplace by solving people in the workplace issues. And I think that's the same way with millennials in the workplace. Most of the things that millennials say they want in a good job, boomers and Xers would say, man, I want that too. Like, we deal with this in the CPA profession. Millennials want to be able to work from home. Well, where do boomers want to work from? Boomers want to work from Florida. And be able to feel like they're still contributing value to the workplace in a semi-retired state. And so if we solve the issues that say you have to be at a desk from 9 to 5 every single day in a suit, if we can solve that issue for everyone, then we're solving those millennial versus baby boomer issues without making it a fight of these millennials want to work from wherever.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't want to work from home?
Yeah.
I just think I think so many of these things are cross-generational. There were a lot of boomers and a lot of Xers whining about the election. I mean, how old is Jill Stein? And she's not able to accept the results of it. I think it's easy to point the finger at one generation and say it's all their fault.
Right. Yeah.
So, and millennials are a large generation, and currently they're the whipping boy of the media and everybody else.
Yeah.
And it's easy to pick on them. Xers weren't much different in the late 80s and 90s.
Mm-mm.
As they were entering the workplace, everybody's like, this is the slacker generation. This is like the reality bites generation.
Yeah.
This is, the River Phoenix generation. They're all just a bunch of drug addicts and slackers and losers.
Yeah.
And they grew up, and millennials will grow up. Unfortunately, millennials are much more online and much more in your face every single day, and haven't been given a chance to grow up yet. So.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I stand with it.
Yeah.
And millennials it happened when I was in the Marines. 6 months out of boot camp, we started hearing rumors about how boot camp was getting easier for these Marines that were coming through now. It happens everywhere you go. It's like, in my day, we never would have been able to do X, Y, and Z in our first month here.
Right.
And that's the way it's going to be with the next generation, and the one after that is millennials are going to be looking at Z and generation AA. Battery generation?
AA.
Battery generation. Boom, boom, boom. And say, man, these kids, they're so spoiled. Yeah. They just don't understand how hard we had it growing up in the 90s.
I wonder if the reason why, like, a previous generation looks at a generation after and says, oh, that's so easy. I wonder if it's because in their mind they're like, well, I've already done that, so that's easy. Mm-hmm. So automatically they're saying, oh, yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember what it was like.
I don't remember the hard parts. I just remember that I got through it.
I know that I got through it, and I can look back. And what is that saying that's like uncertainty that we see in other people? Or it's easy to forgive something that we see in ourselves because we can rationalize why we did it this way this time.
Yeah.
But for everybody else, it's inconsistency and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to talk about self-esteem issues and entitlement, how do you get away calling yourself the greatest generation?
I know.
So
it's like, the future.
Yeah.
I'm the greatest generation, and that's it. No one else is going to be. Yeah.
So I do think there are some good points to what he said.
Mm-hmm.
We do need long-term gratification, and that's what this show has been about. That's what we've realized is the secret to wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Job satisfaction, meaningful relationships, all the things he said.
Yeah.
The secret to that is slow patience. Every generation needs patience.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's not just the millennials that are impatient. I'm impatient too.
Right.
People before me, my in-laws are impatient. You know? It's not just them, it's everybody.
It's been around for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Paul wrote 2,000 years ago that we need more patience.
Yeah.
These are the fruits of the Spirit. They don't go away. They're not generational.
Yeah.
These are the things that are against our nature. Mm-hmm. And obviously we're going to find things like dopamine and instant gratification that satisfy the more baser desires of our nature.
Yeah.
But hey, it's part of growing up.
Yeah.
You got to decide, I'm not going to grab the one marshmallow that I get today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to wait for the 2 marshmallows that I get tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about G.K. Chesterton about like pleasure. He said that all pleasure costs something.
Mm-hmm.
It's whether you pay for it before or after. Yep. So for the good and godly and legitimate pleasures, you'll pay for them before you have you get to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
But for the illegitimate and sinful pleasures, you pay for it after you indulge in whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
you pay for it either way, before or after.
Pay now, play later.
Yeah.
Play now, pay later.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's like credit. I can just open up a credit card, spend $5,000 on Christmas, and enjoy it now, but I gotta pay it back later. But if I save up $100 a month for a year, I can spend $1,200 on Christmas, and
It's done.
it's done.
Mm-hmm.
And I can enjoy it more because it's not hanging over my head.
Yeah. I think it goes that way for everybody. I mean, it goes beyond credit.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily mean that's like the exact dividing line, that if you pay for something before you use it, it's good.
Yeah.
But it does happen with so many other things. It happens with sex and marriage and relationships. It happens with friendships.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if all your friendships are just centered around hobbies and something bad happens and it's time to pay, you know, to make the relationship go deep, then that's not going to happen. You make the relationship go deep, and then whether you guys share the same hobbies or not, you still enjoy each other.
Yeah.
So
my friend had a good saying for that. Actually, two friends, that friendship is like a bank. You have to invest. You have to deposit in the friendship bank, and because if you don't put anything in, you can't withdraw the friendship. It's not reciprocal.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep.
So I'm learning to do that more and more. But
cool.
Yeah, we are. I'm definitely impatient. Yeah.
So
okay.
say we all.
All of us. Yeah. I think all of us could say we're unhappy because parenting, technology, impatience in our environment.
Yeah.
It's. Yeah.
All of these things get us to point the finger at something else, though.
Yeah.
So.
But I do think it's important to build relationships slow and not just be on my phone while I'm hanging out.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. I think you can make those decisions.
Yeah. It was like the other day, Wednesday at the gym. No, Tuesday at the gym. There was this guy just walking around the gym. He was like one of those guys, you could tell he's just pumped. And then I was doing my thing, and he just, like, I'm looking at the mirror. He's behind me doing his thing. He looks at the mirror and goes, I was like, oh, okay, spot you. And I was just like, oh, man, I don't want to do all this. You know, I was just like, I don't feel like talking, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I did, you know. Met him. He gave me some pointers. So, just breaking out of my headphones, you know.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Hadoken!